on? What's good? This is the Chillin With Villains podcast with the Comic Godz. I am Ozymandias, here with
Clown Prince,
and my guy Magneto.
Yep.
Welcome to the show. So, thank y'all for joining us. So, we're gonna do a little rundown of everything that's been going on this month. So, let's start off with Luke Cage season 2.
There we have it. So, I personally thought it was a lot better than season 1.
Yeah.
I think most of y'all can agree with me on that, right?
Definitely.
I mean, first of all, I'm just glad Mariah is dead. Like,
well, spoiler alert.
Straight off the bat, gone. Like, thank God. Like, I was sick and tired of her. Like she was sort of the villain in season 1. Now she was sort of the villain in season 2. So it's like I feel like they established her, but they didn't in a sense. You know what I mean?
I feel that.
She was just a bad actor, in my opinion.
Oh my God!
She just ruined the show. I mean, season 2 was definitely much better than season 1, but could have done it without her. Would have been good.
I don't know.
Different actor.
It's interesting because I feel like this was the deepest season out of. Since season 2 of Daredevil, I feel that we've gotten.
Oh, just in Netflix.
Just in
Netflix,
Marvel stuff in general, because I feel that in terms of storylines between characters, like the shit with Shades and his boy Comanche, that was really deep.
That was dope.
That was dope. The stuff with as annoying as she was, Mariah and her daughter Tilda, that was annoying,
that was deep.
but it was deep. And then Luke Cage and his dad, I thought that was really heartfelt. I thought that was really dope.
That was
to
good.
Explore that. Yeah.
That was good.
So,
I mean,
I can't believe he died though.
No, the actor.
The
Yeah.
That's
God bless
crazy.
the dead, man. That was crazy that he died.
Peace. But it's like, to me, like, even though it was better than season 1, my concern with it is they hyped up Bushmaster to be the main villain, and he was dope. Bushmaster was legit, like you said. He was after Killmonger, he's the swaggiest MCU villain.
After Killmonger.
you don't get much swaggier than Killmonger.
No.
So it's for me, it was just the last episode, Bushmaster wasn't even the last episode. They showed him just going back to Jamaica. So it's
Yeah, but look, do you like Bushmaster?
Yeah.
We might glad he didn't die?
No, I'm glad he didn't die, but
did he have a good build up?
He did have a good build
up.
All
right, then. He's going to be elite. He's going to be elite. They got you waiting, right?
Yeah, he's onto something.
They got you expecting more, right? They did their job.
Oh, my God.
He's by far one of my favorites.
In terms of Netflix villains,
hell yeah.
Him, Kilgrave is on there.
Kilgrave,
great.
Definitely.
And
Diamondback was whack.
Yeah, Diamondback was just a classic cliche. Hey, I'm secretly your brother. Let's fight it out.
Let me show up the last 3 to 4 episodes.
How are you the villain if you?
If you're in there for not even half the season.
Yeah.
See, that's why I don't like season 1. Season 1
was all over the place.
Yeah.
So I like Iron Fist better than season 1 of Luke Cage.
Okay.
And Iron Fist was trash.
We're gonna cut this segment out. We're gonna cut this segment out.
Right?
I'm kidding.
But,
but in terms of how would you rate how you feel about the season overall? So far in terms of season 2s of what we're getting from the MCU show.
I think it's very hard to top season 2 of Daredevil.
Yes.
Because season 2 of Daredevil just had a little bit of everything that you wanted. It still had
had a lot of bit of everything.
Yo.
They introduced the Punisher, not even just the Punisher, a badass comic accurate Punisher.
They did a good
grounded.
Job.
Yeah.
They did a good job.
Have feelings.
And what's her name?
Elektra.
They did her perfectly.
Badass.
And the love story between them, they did it a really great job of that. They did a great job with the action. They continued the action from season 1. Plot, storyline was good. Kingpin was in there, so that's very hard to beat.
Yeah.
Jessica Jones season 2 comes after on my list because.
Yeah, agreed.
Spoiler alert! If you still haven't watched season 2 of Jessica Jones, I don't know where you've been, but
Jessica Jones is up there.
When her mom's got shot in the dome piece, the way she did, I was
God.
it was very emotional. You see the team getting split up, her little squadron, and then even though Luke Cage season 2 was a big step, it just had two shows that were very hard to top.
Yeah, and also I feel like there was a lot of plot lines that were kind of filler. Don't get me wrong, I love Misty. Shout out to Misty.
Oh yeah, that was
a
pro. That was a pro instead of a con this season.
But the thing is that she was great in terms of her as a character. the whole plot line with her and the precinct and stuff, I know it helped with moving the plot along with like the fucked up shit that Scarf did in season 1 of Luke Cage and all that stuff. Like it tied everything in, but then I'm just like, she kind of wanted to quit the job and now she wants to be back on the job because of her boss that died and stuff. So like it's really forgettable to me. Like I was just like, whatever.
But she definitely a positive from her season 1 in Luke Cage and in the Defenders.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Everybody was like, yo, get her off the screen. Like nobody wants to see her on the screen.
Nah, but the Rand sponsored bionic arm. Yeah. Man,
you kind of just get that like Danny Rand to me is kind of like the Tony Stark of like the Netflix.
That's literally what I thought when I saw the Rand. I was like, yep.
He's about to hook her up.
Yeah, because he actually like unlike Tony doesn't really flaunt that kind of Bruce Wayne like, I could just buy this, whatever.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Rand is just literally like he even said in Luke Cage, he's like, don't worry about us burning this warehouse down. I just bought it.
Yeah. You kind of get it. He's a mix of the two.
Yeah, he's a mix of
Tony and a mix of Bruce.
So he likes to flex every now and then stuff.
Yeah,
it's all
definitely.
good.
So now we can transition that into the
season 2 trailer.
Wait, first of all, before we go there,
what?
Can we talk about the chemistry between Luke Cage and Iron Fist? I
didn't like it, right?
Am I the only one that
Things need to be adjusted. Am
I the only one that noticed how the acting was so weird?
Like it felt awkward. That's what you
mentioned. Like they have no chemistry in real life too. If you could tell. I don't know. I thought it was weird. It was awkward. The acting was just it was cringe.
I think maybe they meant for it to be that way in a sense because in the Defenders they were beefing a lot. Like they beefed the whole time, So it's
that's true. Yeah.
So it's like even though they are cool now, it's kind of like you got this big black guy from Harlem and this rich white boy who owns his own company.
Yeah, but that I'm just talking about acting.
Acting wise?
No, just like how they talk to each other was weird.
Like you didn't believe it.
I didn't believe it. No, I was like
what'd
trying
you say?
way too hard.
It felt like they just they finished shooting.
It felt
the
like
season,
they finished
shooting
the show. And they're like, yo, we forgot about Iron Fist. Let's throw him in. And then like 3 months later, when they're not even in the mood anymore, they filmed it. I was like, especially in the barbershop.
They call the actor.
The barbershop scene. You thought that was cringe?
That was cringe. But when they fought together, that was really good.
Yeah, the patty cake.
Patty cake. Boom.
The patty cake. That was fire, man.
And Bushmaster.
Him and Bushmaster fighting together.
Him and Bushmaster. Oh my god.
He's like, what I say, man? No killing. Bushmaster's like, yo, I don't care, man. Like,
yeah, that was good.
Yeah,
I was like, they have to do it and then they did it. I was like, wow.
Listen, man, that Heroes for Hire storyline has been teased. Like we got a tease of it.
We did.
And now even more now that Luke Cage basically finished off the season as that guy in Harlem now.
Yeah.
Like the kingpin of Harlem, basically.
He is, yeah.
And Claire foreshadowed it, and now he's like, yo, I'm that guy now. And now he got Iron Fist too to back him up if he has anything to handle and all
that's
that.
A lot of things I didn't expect. I didn't expect. English is hard sometimes.
Cut that out.
I didn't expect Claire not to be in that many episodes. Like I thought she was gonna be like a main cat. Like she wasn't there. She wasn't around.
Did something happen to her in real life that she couldn't film? Because sometimes you do that.
I mean, sometimes there are scheduling conflicts, but I feel like
I think that just had to do with the storyline itself.
But also, I feel like in terms of balance. Imagine having the thing with Claire. Luke is already having the shit going on with his dad, Claire, Misty. He has all those storylines already going on, and then you have those subplots. So it would have been a bit,
it would have done what they did in season 1. Just too many things going on.
So a lot of threads going on.
Kind of, good thing Claire wasn't around. But it's just like, hey, he just sunned his girl. It's like, oh, she's here. Like, man, tell Claire to go home. Bro. It's like, damn, son.
Fellas, don't do that.
Don't do that. Tell your shorty to go home? Like,
don't do that.
She came to your club.
Don't take advice from Luke Cage.
Yeah, don't take that advice from Luke Cage. Tell your girl to meet you in VIP if anything.
But I was definitely they setting up something real nice for season 3. Like him, I feel like all this is gonna go to his head now. Even his boy, DW, he was like, man, Luke, like this ain't you.
Yeah. He was like, yo, get out of here.
His boy?
Yeah.
DW, the dude that's always recording him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He was like, yeah, get out the shop, bro.
Wait, what's that guy's name that was selling bongs?
Turk.
Oh,
Turk.
Turk.
The ever
gotta have the Turk
he's
cameo,
the most
bro.
consistent character in
And he's
all
always
the
doing
numbers.
something different.
Yeah, he's always doing something
At
shady.
least this time it wasn't shady though. He's like, nah, this is some legal shit.
Yo, I'm
that
straight.
doing.
I'm selling
straight,
to
yeah.
dispensaries.
And then Luke just broke the thing. He's like, come on, man.
And I remember
So-
in was it Jessica Jones that he was selling the. No, that was in Punisher. It was in Punisher
Selling
that he
guns?
was selling the pink rifle.
Oh yeah.
He's like, don't kill me, man. And Punisher's like, alright, like I'll let you off the hook.
But yeah, guys.
You gotta have Turk.
Speaking of Iron Fist, the trailer for season 2 came out.
They had dropped 2. This is what
teaser,
they had dropped 1.
One had nothing. It was just
him getting flashbacks and stuff, right?
Yeah. Which was dope. But then the second one was also not that much either. It was just him
like
walking on the street.
It was not even a minute long.
Yeah.
So
And it's just him getting jumped,
it
right?
is.
It was him getting jumped, I think.
No, that was the first one.
That was the first
That
one.
was the first one.
And
So,
then the second one is he's walking in the street and he sees things and then he keeps remembering.
Back to Kunlun.
Kung
back,
Lun.
back to Kun Lun. Shout out to Kun Lun.
Isn't it Kung Lao?
Kun
No,
Lao.
That's on the
Kung
Mortal
Lao.
Kun
Kombat.
Lun. I think it's Kun.
Kunlun.
Look, I'll
Mortal
put-
Kombat.
I'll
I'll
put a
Give
nice-
us the right pronunciation.
Yeah, I'll put a text right here how to pronounce it.
Just
Can
how-
we
Just
celebrate something about Iron Fist season 2 at least? That you did not catch a glimpse of any boardroom meeting or anything corporate going on for once. So
Oh yeah.
shout out to the writers' room.
We
for not
did
including
get
that.
his traditional comic book mask. That it looked like what's that thing called? Paper mache? Is that what it's called? Clay mache?
No, it's like you said. It's like when Grinch made.
You know how the Grinch stole Christmas where he was just cutting the cloth? It
like-
looked like he
like
made one for Iron Fist.
Yeah.
He's like, here you go.
Yeah, but alright, but like that is just like I feel like they all had that, or is that like in their tradition where they wear it to
What?
fight?
Right,
From
right.
the look of the trailer, it looked like some kind of traditional mask that they wear, but it looked like there was no eye hole in it. Like they looked like they were blinded, and the masks were connected, so they were like fighting each other while connected with the mask. Like it looked.
Right,
I could be wrong.
I only
but
watched it once and I didn't really.
and they
pay
were
attention.
beating the crap out of each
I
other.
definitely think they'll pull a Daredevil season 1 where he doesn't get his suit till the end of the season.
Could be.
So like I feel like everyone's gonna be like, yo, why is Danny Rand going out just like, you know?
Yeah.
So he'll probably wear it, or he could just wear it for tradition. But like since it's Rand,
But you know
like
what I want to see?
he'll get
now?
like a billionaire like mask.
You know what I want to see? I don't know if you guys remember. It was one of my favorite parts in season 1. They show like rare footage of one of the old Iron Fists fighting other people,
Yeah.
protecting Kung
Yes.
Lun. He
Yes,
had both
yes.
his fists, and he had the
Blowing up.
mask.
Both is his.
And
glowing.
they weren't just yellow. They were like
Glowing.
glowing, and they had like the whole fiery
Yep.
touch to them.
Hey,
At least that's what I remember. I might
we
be wrong.
we
but-
could possibly. I remember that scene very vividly because like it was like in a flashback he had or something, right?
It was in
Like,
the,
when
in
he
the
was-
videotape.
It was a video.
Oh, it was a
It
video tape.
recorded
Right,
tape.
right.
Bakuda.
Oh, Bakuda was dope.
It was.
Yeah, but the thing about Iron Fist is that again the actor is a hit or miss with certain people.
Yeah. No, I've liked him since his Game of Thrones days.
Yeah, all right.
So I don't mind him. I just like I think his story arc has built since his very first season. His first season, I was like, yo, get this garbage dude out of here. Defenders a lot better.
Yeah, they developed on him a lot better,
Yeah.
and also what I like is that now he could just on the spot like just turn it on.
Yeah.
Right.
Like he's just like, yo, Luke. Like he showed him in the barbershop, like, yo.
It's not like the Hulk where the Hulk's not trying to
Oh,
come out
yeah,
in Infinity War. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
just like,
yeah,
what's
yeah.
up? Like I'm
like,
here.
He got it.
You know?
So I like that about it, and it's a lot to look forward to. So.
No, yeah, definitely. I think they've been like the Netflix shows have always been progressing, so I think season 2 will definitely be
And
a hit.
Defenders hasn't been greenlit for season 2 that we know of, at least for now.
Yeah, it
I
has
mean,
not.
I could do without it. I could wait a while. I want to develop the characters a little more, especially after like a non-good season 1 of Iron Fist.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, let's see what Marvel cooks up, because if they did have something going on, it would have been announced at Comic Con, and
Right.
that's the topic we're gonna go into next. Comic Con, it was a pretty. Would you say stacked Comic Con? Would you say compared to other years, pre-Infinity War, pre-Civil War?
I feel definitely more leaning on DC. Like DC needed this Comic Con because especially the hype that just came out with Infinity War, like, and the horrible ratings, box office for Justice League. But no, I definitely think like the Aquaman trailer. I know you probably haven't seen it, right?
No, guys.
So
Comic God. This is just, Comic Godz. Just we have guys here that they watch trailers. They enjoy them.
And guys
We
here
should
that
make this a
don't.
topic. We
And
should just talk about this.
Yeah,
Let's just talk about it.
You could talk about. You could describe it all you want. I'm not gonna see the trailer.
No,
so
yeah,
there's
I'm
a
like
difference.
like I'll let you know one thing. The CGI in this is already 10 times better than CGI in
Justice League.
Yeah.
Well,
So you'll like that much.
Well,
But
I mean, like Steppenwolf looked good in the trailers, in my opinion. But then in the movie, for some reason, he didn't look as good. It's almost like they edited the trailer because they only had a budget.
yeah, because
Edit
sometimes
the trailer.
it's true though. Sometimes studios spend a lot of times working hard
on
at
the
a
trailer.
trailer,
Yeah.
Just
and
to
then
get audience to
exactly
go.
then the end product. Because there are certain films that, for example, I mean I can't name off the top of my head, but there are certain films that you see the trailer for and you're like, yo, that looks fire. And then you go see the movie, you're like, yo, what? I got gypped. I feel like I got gypped. Like that's what I feel like what happened with Suicide Squad.
Oh,
my god! That's
Yes.
what, yo,
bro, man.
Yo, yes.
that's what I feel like what happened with
Bro.
Suicide Squad because, like, you have Jared
why
Leto's
he's
like here's the Joker,
Yo.
but wait, he won't be in the movie.
yeah, like my guy got 5
He's like
minutes of
Joker,
screen
Joker,
time.
Joker,
Yeah.
Joker.
So
In the movie,
And hey,
nothing.
they made money.
they
like,
made their money.
in
I
the
think
box
they made,
office,
like
in
600
marketing,
million,
album.
600 million.
And I think it was.
And they got
I
an
think it
Oscar.
was- and they got
They got an Oscar,
they got
yo.
an Oscar.
That's crazy.
But,
They got an
um,
Oscar, man.
But no, yeah, I think Aquaman, especially being the only DC movie coming out this year, and especially at the end of the year, it's like they need this to be a success in order for DC
Man.
to. So apparently they changed the DC extended universe to Worlds of DC.
How do you
Like,
feel about that?
So what are they trying to do? Get different universes?
no, they're just trying to tell people like, look, like we know y'all didn't like most of our previous work. Like we're just trying to jumpstart it. Like this is a car that's been used and it's died. So we just need to jumpstart it right now. So I think Aquaman is going to be a perfect platform. I feel like the director, the actors,
Yo,
like
shout out to James
everything.
Wan.
Exactly.
James Wan.
I feel like everything is going like I feel like Aquaman is going to be good. Like and DC normally does well with solo films. Like they've only had what, 2?
Man of Steel,
Man of Steel,
Wonder Woman.
masterpiece. Wonder Woman, amazing.
amazing.
So I feel like they're not gonna go wrong with Aquaman. And I know a lot of controversy now going on to Shazam has been going on. And it's like I know you've seen glimpses. You haven't watched the trailer, but you've seen glimpses and you haven't liked it.
I broke my trailer
Oh, man.
embargo.
That's how you know.
Oh, you watched it.
That's how you know it's bad. I saw the trailer and I mean, guys, you're gonna comment however you like. It's an opinion. I just feel like I cannot take it serious.
Maybe
like
that's-
I know it's a lighthearted version of Superman, would you say, with its own mythos and all that, but
Well,
I
not
just
even
never
that.
I
It's
just never
just-
been convinced by Shazam. I'm just like
Shazam has always been like he's a kid, so it's like
Yeah.
like you know, and like he said, he told me yesterday or today, like, he feels that Billy Batson, the kid, is more serious than Shazam, like the hero, and
Yeah,
it's
you
true
saw in
because
the
like
trailer, Billy Batson was like serious.
Yeah, he was like, yo, like,
moving
what-
from foster home to foster home, so it's like he has a troubled childhood, and you get super bad. Like, what's the first thing? You're a kid. What's the first thing you're gonna do when you have
Of
super?
course, you're gonna do
get
stupid
hyped.
shit. Of course, yeah. You're gonna go to 7-Eleven like he did in the trailer and stuff, and you're gonna like
Start drinking some beer.
Yeah,
you're
now-
a grown man now. You're a superhero.
all right, but the thing is just like like in the trailer they had like the Easter egg of like he had the kid had the the memorabilia from what happened in Batman v Superman and
Right,
stuff, and I'm
right.
just like,
that was cool.
so you're
That
just
was
gonna
good, yeah.
highlight a really dark kind of section of
Well,
what
Well, that
happened.
just shows you that the universe isn't 100% dark. Like you have light parts of the universe. Just that movie was
Yeah,
dark.
that's a
And-
great
and
point to
here's
make.
the
It's
thing-
just I'm not.
Here's the
not
thing with
into
me
it.
as well. A lot of people that complain about Man of Steel are the people that are like, but wait, Superman isn't like this. Superman isn't dark. Like, he doesn't kill people.
Man.
Like, he's supposed to be lighthearted. But then you get Shazam, who is a lighthearted character in the comics,
And they
and people are
complain.
like, wait, this isn't dark. This is DC. What do you mean? It's like, bro, like, choose. I feel like DC can never win.
Nah.
You know, it's because like everybody's like, oh, they're just following
Yeah.
Marvel.
Here's my.
It's like,
I will
no,
stand
like,
by
what do you
this.
guys want?
I will stand by this until I die. DC, the reason why it is so hard to please people is because they have the most iconic characters as a whole. Batman, Superman, just the whole Justice League. If you mess up Batman's ears, they will legit
Yeah,
not like the movie.
remember when we first got a look and everybody like,
Oh, his ears
Batman
are
looks
too short.
fat.
Oh, his
Well,
ears
yeah.
are too
He
short.
looks kind of fat. Why are his ears so short and stuff? And it's like, guys,
Yo, what?
it's a straight out of the page of Frank Miller's The Dark Knight
Yes.
Returns.
Definitely.
There are
Like-
several versions of Batman, and like, I don't know, man. It's just such a lovable character that people get really butthurt when you mess it up,
Yeah.
and it's not their way.
That's what happened with Superman. So it's like wait, but like Zack Snyder had a vision for his Superman. Like, this is the tone. Like, he wanted the same tone as The Dark Knight because The Dark Knight was such a success. And people were like, but he's not Batman. He is Superman. He's supposed to be lighthearted, this and that.
Man.
And then so and they're like, okay, like Shazam's supposed to be lighthearted. Let's do Shazam lighthearted. And people are like, but wait, this is DC. It needs to be dark. Where's the Man of Steel vibe? Where's the Batman vs Superman vibe? So DC's probably looking at these fans like, yo,
what do
shut
y'all
the
want?
fuck up. Like, what do you want from us?
He
like,
went into the mic.
Yeah, he went into the mic. Yo, I
like,
picked that up.
what do
Yeah,
you
yeah,
want
yeah.
from us? Like, so I feel like whatever DC does, like, people are gonna complain regardless. So I feel like DC just needs to continue doing what they're doing, and the true fans are gonna love it.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like Batman vs Superman, so much controversy around that movie. I loved Batman vs Superman. Like,
Me-
till I die, I love
Listen,
Batman.
me and my
vs. Superman.
best friend,
Love that
we
movie.
legit, like, the first time we watched it, we were like, eh. And then, like, we saw it again, and then we saw the director's cut.
Right. The
And then
extended
we're
cut.
like, okay, like, this, like, it ties in some plot threads that were missing from the theatrical version. And then I'm like, yo, but what is wrong? Like, the only issue I have with Batman v Superman is that the fight was a bit lackluster.
Yeah,
we could say it
definitely,
was like
definitely.
15 minutes. It was hyped up and stuff, but
Right.
I don't mind everything around it. Like,
Yeah.
we have, I think that Ben Affleck isn't a great Bruce Wayne, but he's a dope Batman.
He's a perfect Batman. Yeah.
I think
fighting
he's-
wise.
Like, he's brutal.
Yeah.
He don't give a shit. Like,
At the end of the day, who do you really care about?
Batman.
Right.
I hate when people say that.
Batman.
He's not a good Bruce Wayne. Who cares?
Bro,
And,
like,
but
Batman
to
is
be fair to
Batman.
him, we haven't seen a solo Batman film, so it's like
yeah.
Yeah, that's also true.
we can't get 100% Bruce Wayne because you're in Justice League. You
Yeah.
you don't want to see, you don't give a crap about Bruce Wayne in
Yeah.
Justice League. You want to see Batman in action.
Of course.
Batman versus Superman,
100%.
not Bruce Wayne versus Clark Kent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
Exactly.
but now speaking of brutality, I know we've all seen the Titans trailer, the fan-made Titans trailer.
It was
Just
a good
kidding.
Transition.
It's an official trailer, but it looks fan-made.
It's
I am
so
still-
fan made.
I am still gonna watch it.
Well, there goes our
Oh.
DC sponsorship.
No, like, I'm still gonna tune in. I'm still gonna pay for the DC universe,
Oh
which
yeah,
is
definitely.
The
another
online
thing
streaming
that was
service.
yeah, online streaming service. How much
What
did you
is
say
it,
it was?
seven?
Like
$7.99.
seven
That's
something.
Netflix right there. That's nothing.
Right, I will cancel my Netflix membership.
Nah,
Ju-
chill. Nah,
just
nah,
for
nah, nah,
nah, I will.
What? No, you
We'll-
won't.
we'll
You
talk
got
about this
Daredevil
after.
Don't
season
ban me,
three.
so what?
So, but no, yeah, I mean, I kind of there's pros and cons, just like everything else. Pros, definitely Robin. I love the way Robin looks. Robin looks legit. A lot of people thinks he's killing in the trailer. He's not. Like, they confirmed that he's not. He's shooting up, so he's like intimidating whoever,
Yeah.
you know. And then you got that scene like, where's Batman? And like, I can see where Robin's coming from though, because if he's there, you know, he's like looking like a badass. He's like, yo, fuck Bat. Like,
Yeah,
what you
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
where's Batman? I'm here. Worry about me, not
Yeah.
Batman.
That actually brings me back to a scene in the animated series from the 90s.
Oh, where
that,
he cracks him, right?
Yo, Batman
Oh,
got him
yeah.
tight. Batman got him tight, and he's just like, no, I don't agree with this.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm tired of
He
this.
just rocked him.
He
so hard.
rocked him,
Yeah.
took his
Batman
cape
was like-
off, and was like, and you know, he's just like, Robin, no. Stuff, and then Robin's like, no, I'm not having it. Shout out to
Yeah.
Kevin Conroy, by the way.
Yeah.
But
So,
you know, but yeah, like DC streaming services and the worlds of DC, we can see they're trying to shake it up. We're getting a mixed bag of
right.
of
Gritty.
gritty mixed with comedy and
Right.
lightheartedness, kind of like similar to Marvel. Even though I say one of the darkest films before Infinity War, I say it's kind of grim, but a kind of like darkly toned was Winter Soldier.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
We got Winter Soldier.
Anything the Russo brothers have made.
Yeah,
is
it's
a
kind
good
of
gritty tone.
gritty with a bit of comedy, but then also you got after Winter Soldier, we got Guardians of the Galaxy a year later,
Yep.
which was what
All
I guess
fun.
exactly,
happy.
which I guess is fair to say is like what Shazam's trying to pull off, that weird.
Right, we're getting a dark, gritty Aquaman. And, you know, then the next movie is going to be Shazam.
Yeah.
Shazam comes out April 5th.
Yeah, I believe so.
It's my
Yeah.
birthday.
Yeah.
It's my birthday.
But no, I definitely think, you know, the DC universe, because we also got Swamp Thing. We also got
The movie or the show?
No,
the show.
Yeah,
It's
show on the
shows.
DC streaming service. We got the Harley Quinn animated.
I have not. Did they make any announcement about that at Comic Con? I didn't
They announced it before. Like, all this was before
I know, but like
Comic-Con.
no updates on it. Not even a trailer.
No, they just updated us. No, because the only thing that's finished with production and everything has been Titans.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And I know a lot of people complaining about Starfire. And, you know, first and foremost, even if you don't like how she looks, we shouldn't make racial comments or slurs. Because that's not fair to her. Like, that's not what we're about. We're a comic universe. We're all one. It doesn't matter if the character, the person who portrays the character is black, white, Asian. It shouldn't matter.
That's a thing. They were complaining about that.
Yeah, a bunch of people are like, "Oh, she's black. Like Starfire's not black." Yes, she's also not white. She's also not human.
Yeah,
she is an alien.
She ain't even from here.
Right. So that, like, people complaining about that are just being idiotic and are
Ignorant.
racist.
Yeah.
I don't care if she was Asian, white,
Right.
Dominican. Like, her costume is trash. Like,
Yeah, right. That's what the complaint is for me. The complaint is the costume, and that's it. Like, just fix the costume. Like, all right.
And I don't like her hair.
All right, bro. Now you nitpicking, my guy.
Nah, but like that's just retarded. Why is her hair like that? I don't know.
Look,
I am nitpicking. Yes, I am.
right.
But whatever.
Let's just say we could say we're a fan of practicality in costumes. Like, you want a suit that they'll put on that'll make sense, that'll have some reason. Like, oh, like for example, Robin has that stuff on because he needs protection.
Right.
From melee weapons and stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Superman's outfit isn't really an outfit. It's like a cultural uniform that they wear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, so even the S on his chest as an S to us really means hope on his and Krypton.
Right.
So, like, let's just give him a shot, I guess. Like,
no, definitely.
Maybe Starfire's just getting a more modern take. Maybe her origins are
I'm not gonna
Earth.
not watch it. I'm definitely gonna watch it.
No, I feel like maybe like they'll kind of do like what Marvel Netflix does. Like people don't complain that Iron Fist still doesn't have a suit. Or they do, but we don't really hear about it.
Also, we spent 12 episodes in Daredevil season 1 without him getting a suit until the
dude's
last
using
shot.
Yeah.
Of him like jumping off. Like,
you know what I mean? So like I'm not gonna discredit her. Like I'm sure the actress put in a lot of time and effort.
Yo.
And I'm pretty sure the producers, everyone's like, yo, like we're not gonna mess this up for you. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like I think what's her name also looks badass. Raven. We caught glimpses of Beast Boy. We didn't get much. You know, and the thing is,
he's not green, right?
So he's gonna be green. Like, the thing is, like, you gotta understand, like, they probably didn't put any, like, cause Starfire is mostly gonna be CGI, and so is Beast Boy and Raven. Right. So they mostly are not probably gonna show that in the trailer. Like we said, it looks like a fan made trailer. Maybe they did that on purpose. Maybe they're like, hey, we're gonna give them this shit, just so when they actually watch it, they're like, whoa,
hey,
like they actually look official.
They could be calling a bluff. They could be bluffing. Sometime next year, right?
Either at the end of this year or at the beginning of next year, yeah.
So let's talk about Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So it was kind of lit.
It was. I think it was pretty much where I expected it to go.
It was enjoyable. Like it was like
right. We all needed something to cheer us up after what Avengers: Infinity War did to us.
Yes, PTSD.
So PTSD. But the thing that sucks is even though they did cheer us up, they're like, oh, hey, look at this post-credit scene. We're about to bring you back to reality of what's really going on.
Yeah.
And, like, I thought only one of them was going to turn into dust.
They all did.
They all did.
I was
like,
surprised.
And everybody who's important as well. It's like, listen, if Janet got dusted, at least, you know, what's his name?
Hank Pym.
At least Hank Pym was able to bring him back. But even if he got dusted, and then maybe Hope will be able to bring him back.
Somebody would bring him back.
Somebody.
Nobody there to bring his ass back.
How's he gonna come? That's crazy.
But didn't he get out of it in the first movie? He got out by himself, right?
No. In a flash. Oh, you talking about Scott or Hank?
It was Hank that got out, right?
No. Scott got out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm pretty sure he'll try to figure out how to do it again.
Dude, just fucking press the button or whatever.
Nah, bro.
Ben 10.
Ben 10.
Wow.
Yeah, shout out to Ben 10.
Yeah, shout out to Ben 10, I guess.
The guy Ben.
But in terms of you know how certain MCU films, you could watch it by itself almost, and you're like, yo, it's kind of self-contained. Like I can enjoy it by itself. Like if I'm just a casual moviegoer, like hey,
Right.
let me check out Ant-Man and the Wasp. Like, it looks kind of goofy. Let me go check it out. And you end up kind of, like, having a good time. And then, like, the whole dusting thing at the end, it just leaves more to... Like it leaves you with more. Because it's like...
From the movie.
Exactly. Because it's like, why did these people turn to dust? And then you start from the beginning.
The only thing is, too, is, like... I feel like a lot of people that went to go see Ant-Man only went for that post-credit scene.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they
I
knew
believe that.
something was going to happen.
Yeah, yeah.
It gives you a little bit more of like it feeds you a little bit of like, okay, what are they gonna do now?
Yeah, with the story.
They threw a little hint at you with the don't get stuck in the time. What is it
That
called?
was such... I'm sorry, but, like, that was such, like, lazy writing. Like, I feel like...
You'll
Don't get me
never
wrong.
come
That
back.
was a great post-credit scene.
How else would they do it? Then?
No, it's just like... Because the thing is that, like... We're kind of already theorizing. We're kind of already, like, coming up with things like, oh, like, what if it time travel back in time? Like, just dropping that hint. For casual moviegoers, they'll be like, what is she talking about? But for us, it's like, you know, like, people who know what's going on, they're like, alright, we know what you're doing.
Exactly.
We know what you're doing.
Yeah, I guess.
But that's the thing. I feel like some cons, I guess, would be that the movie was too straightforward, in a sense. Like, it kind of didn't have any, like, plot twist really, or kind of any.
I told you that when I got out, right?
Yeah.
It was very like constant, just constant. Like there was no ups and downs.
Yeah.
It was just straight.
A lot of action, a lot of comedy.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like, oh damn, like he turned on him or like.
Yeah, but then what could you say set it apart from part one then? Besides the post credit, if you take out the post credit scene without the snap, what sets it apart?
Oh no, that's the thing. It was the same exact as part one for me.
Yeah,
that's my thing.
Part one was the same to me too. Yeah.
Exactly.
It was very constant. There was no like, I don't know.
They already had
the whole time.
they already had the villain established.
Yeah.
Like you knew that was gonna be the villain. You knew, it was gonna center around them.
There really was no villain though.
In this one.
Yeah. Come on, Ghost.
They were fighting themselves. Like,
Listen,
at
Ghost.
the end, they're all friends.
Yo,
Yeah.
I'm about to roast like this. Like,
who?
just to show that I'm not biased here, like in terms of any MCU or DC stuff. Ghost legit. Yo, my best friend will tell you. She looked like a hunter from Destiny, bro. Like,
yes.
She looked like a hunter. Like,
yes.
I thought like at some point in the movie she was just gonna like with the freaking with the gun with the freaking fire gun and shit. But whatever. The point is that like that's just a nitpick. That was a nitpick, but I just don't think that she was like a villain that turned the stakes up. Like I feel like even when she was fighting with
Wasp.
With Wasp outside, when Janet and Hank were coming back through the vortex, it was like all right, they're fighting each other, but I still don't feel like, oh man, they might get stuck in there because it's like
You knew eventually they were gonna come out.
Exactly. Like it wasn't anything like crazy. Like I feel like in terms of what remained consistent with Ant-Man and the Wasp, at least were the Easter eggs. Like you got a Goliath drop, which was fire.
Yeah.
Like Lawrence Fishburne, like he was like, oh yeah, like I grew to 20-something feet.
A lot of Civil War references.
Yes.
So, if I would have went, Team Cap, shit like that. It was nice to see, and but I mean, yeah, like it doesn't really, like you said, it's just a movie. You go, you have fun. You're not really like, for Infinity War, everyone was like, yo, what are your you don't really have predictions for this because like the only thing we had predictions for was the post-credit scene. Who was gonna get dusted, and. Then you go to find out all three of them, and you're just like, wow. I at first thought his daughter.
That I thought would have been a bit more
grim
and dark.
Yeah,
we don't.
Yo, if once he gets out of there and be like, where did they go? And he goes home and she's not there. I'm be like,
it's gonna be a little pile of dust.
Like what? Yeah. What would have been really crazy if like, for example, that trophy that he was looking for that he hid the old suit in.
Yeah.
Like let's say for example like the post-credit scene would be her mom like calling her. And she don't answer, and then like you just see the dust next to the trophy or something, and then like her mom starts running up the stairs because she's not answering. She just dusts as she's running up the stairs and stuff. And the husband comes in and he just goes out like that. Like there's so many
why
ways.
Why do you think Ant-Man was not dusted? Because he was in there, or because he just wasn't chosen?
I think because he wasn't chosen as part of that half.
Wait, you might be onto something because this could be all part of something that Doctor Strange knew. He just didn't know how to explain it to Tony because he doesn't know that Tony knows Ant-Man.
Right.
Wait, what?
Remember when... Alright, yeah, I know. That was a deep... That was deep. Yeah. So, in Infinity War, when Tony is telling... When Doctor Strange is telling Tony, hey, this was the only way. The only way that they were gonna win is if they lose to Thanos.
Yes.
And maybe in this 1 out of 14 million and
I
think it was
600
more.
whatever. Out of all those chances, maybe he knew that this guy Ant-Man would be like the guy to come out and help everybody out.
Yeah.
Now, what I got from that when he said this was the only way was the only way we can save humankind is by letting half of us die. Because in every other scenario, he doesn't get the glove, but he fucks us up. You know what I mean? Or something like that. That's what I got. But I don't know if they confirm that or not.
Well, I don't know, but
from post credit scenes, from behind the scenes of Avengers 4.
Spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen.
It's not really spoilery.
Bro, y'all seen this? If y'all watching this, y'all know what we're talking about.
We just know we're not gonna be in present day.
Yes.
You know that? You
There
know
are
that much?
features in those behind the scenes.
Yeah.
That's like,
We know we're
Yes,
not in present
It's
day.
very apparent. There's a few set pictures that were
Right,
leaked.
that's what I meant. So no
No,
spoilers.
no. I'm just saying for anybody watching who hasn't, who
right.
doesn't know about it. That's all.
they all got the Ben 10 thing.
Oh my god.
Yo, you know who else had a Ben 10?
Ben 10 confirmed.
Cable.
In Avengers 4.
Ben 10 for Avengers
confirmed.
4 confirmed. You heard it here first. So in terms of like predicting the future, like we're gonna do like the segment we're gonna do now is predicting the future of the MCU and the world of DC. What are you looking forward to, and what will you predict in terms of the TV show side and the film side for both universes? Go ahead.
So we were talking about DC at first, so we'll I guess we'll talk about that to end it off. I think movie wise, they're gonna get it together. Because, changing the name, I don't know if it's been confirmed. A lot of people said it was. Then I saw a few accounts on Instagram that said they weren't. It wasn't confirmed as Worlds of DC. But DC, confirming their name or not, I don't know if it was confirmed. But, if it is Worlds of DC, it's just showing that, look, we're going to start a new chapter. We understand the fans and, the studio itself, Warner Brothers messed things up. So, they even though they're not rebooting, they're still starting fresh in a sense.
Yeah.
I feel like the shows, even though the CW universe, all their seasons just ended, a lot of people have been complaining, but a lot of people are still going to watch, regardless. I'm still going to watch. All the trailers that dropped, especially for, Arrow's trailer was really good. All their trailers that dropped for the new season, I'm pretty sure these people, the producers, everyone, they're like, we hear you guys. We hear the fans. They want to change for the better. They're not going to keep putting things out there that people are not going to like.
So it took 3 years.
It's not that. They try to do something different. Fans still continue not liking it. So they're going to continue trying to do things differently.
You know why it's 3 years, though, right? Because season 1 and 2 was fire.
Yeah, season 1 and 2 were great.
So that's more than just 3 years. It's 4 years.
Yeah. So
I don't even know how many seasons there are anymore. Whatever.
So then they got this new DC streaming service, which I feel like is going to be completely different than from the CW shows. This is gritty, this is dark, so I feel like that's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
That's the Netflix of DC.
Yeah.
And then on the Marvel side, I feel like they already have their movie things together intact.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, that's the thing. A lot of people are saying DC's trying to catch up. I don't think they're trying to catch up. I just think they're trying to do their own thing, while Marvel has already established their thing.
Got you.
And Marvel, we got Captain Marvel coming up. That's the next one, I believe. Yes. So yeah.
Their next Marvel MCU film,
Yeah.
Captain Marvel coming out in March, I believe, 2019. So
right before the other Captain Marvel, the DC Captain Marvel, Shazam. So it's I feel like, hers, and then right after that,
we got Avengers 4. Back to PTSD,
so
probably.
So it's their movie slate, like we said, they already known what they wanted to do for years now. They're going to continue with their plan, and that's that. And their shows, same way. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. ties in so much to the MCU. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is such a good show.
Such a good show.
You should watch it. You should watch it. You guys should watch it.
So,
Watch it.
Watch it. I guess that's the point you're trying to prove it.
And then with Marvel Netflix, there isn't really a show there where you're like, I'm not watching this.
Yeah.
Maybe Iron Fist, but it's still a good show to watch. You still watch
it. It was the most binged show on Netflix at one point. I don't know if the record still stands.
Right.
Iron Fist.
So yeah, dude, like
Why?
Because, you know why? Because people were talking so much shit about it. Like, yo, it's trash. And they were like, oh, word? Let's check it out and see if it's trash. And it was the most
Damn.
better show.
Inhumans. Never watched that ever.
I never
Inhumans
have.
suck.
I never will.
Inhuman, like, it, no, like.
Do you think they'll bring that back? You think Marvel will bring that back? You think they're going to even take another chance on it?
I don't think they even need to.
What's the point of that? I don't.
Because
they're
it
doing
ties
so
it
good
ties
without
into
them.
it ties into the
Agents of
something with the
S.H.I.E.L.D.
Kree, right?
Yeah,
Dealing
it
with
ties,
the Kree.
Yeah,
so,
but like
Yeah.
no,
talking
just,
about like MCU like movies, we don't need that.
just brush that aside. Gone.
But what
but-
do I know?
So yeah, I feel like that's where both you know DC and Marvel stand. I hope to see more
Yeah.
like comic, like the you know companies that release comic books release movies and stuff. Like the Hellboy reboot. There's gonna be a Hellboy reboot with
That's coming- that's
my
coming.
guy,
Oh wait, we never even talked about Watchmen.
the Watchmen show.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
HBO.
yeah. In terms of DC,
Yeah.
yes,
I'm
that's
excited
getting a
for that.
whole
Yeah.
new take, and I'm really looking forward
So
to
it's
that.
not, but it's not.
And they
tied
got
into
like
Yo,
grade A like
the
actors.
cast,
like,
the
good.
cast is
It's not
stacked.
tied into the movie at all.
No,
No,
it's
but
gonna,
it's tied into the DC universe.
I don't know.
I don't think
That's-
so.
that'll
It's on
be-
HBO right now, and that they're just doing their own thing. Kind
Oh,
of like how
it's on
Gotham
HBO?
on Fox,
Yeah.
does their own thing. Gotham is also amazing for those that don't
Gotham
watch it.
is so
Gotham-
good.
So Magneto, what do you think? What do you think? Like, what are you looking forward to?
In what, both Marvel?
Yeah,
and DC?
in anything in general. Like, what are you excited to look forward to?
So with Marvel, I'm very excited to see the new Avengers, what they're gonna do. I don't know what's gonna happen to Tony Stark, Captain America. I don't know what's going
Que Dios
on.
lo cuide.
Ain't about that Spanish shit. But
I'll translate it. Don't worry.
and put the little subtitles.
Yeah, God help him.
But I mean, I don't know. I'm just letting Marvel rock. They're doing a really good job. They never like some of their movies have plot holes and they're like, whatever.
Yeah,
but,
nitpicky, but you know.
but it's like whatever. They're doing their thing and they're doing good. DC, they should have kept Zack Snyder. I don't know what their future is now without him. They ruined the whole Zack Snyder story and trilogy, quote unquote, with Justice League. That was terrible. I watched Justice League once
Listen.
and I will never watch it again.
All right, I don't to just argue that just for perspective. We don't know the truth at all though
About what?
about what happened
Cut?
behind the scenes and stuff because of the Zack Snyder cut and stuff. We don't know how much of what was shot was his idea or Joss Whedon's. Like you can.
But you can tell.
No, I know you can tell what the reshoot is, but you don't know what's his or Zack's idea. So
All I know is, I don't know. You could like. All right, first of all, when Superman got brought back to life, he was dead. They're saying that he's dead, but at the end of Batman vs Superman, he was not dead.
exactly. So that's a contradiction.
That
That's a
right there
contradiction.
is one of the most most hated part of that movie.
I hated that part.
You brought him back with a mother box. Come on, you could at least say that he was like
Sleep in a coma.
slightly alive, and you brought him back with a mother box, and he would have came back evil because the mother box is in his
That's
head,
right.
and he's fighting his way back. Who cares about Steppenwolf? You could have
So-
done it without him.
So your prediction going forward, you feel that DC should pay attention to detail like that, like in their
Pay
films?
attention to detail.
Yeah, don't put that at
Stop.
the end of Batman versus Superman if you're just not gonna pay it off.
It's not only that. It's just I don't know what they're gonna do without Zack. With team up.
We'll see. We'll
Like
see.
they did really good with Wonder Woman. Aquaman looks like it's on a really good. It looks like it's doing good. Shazam, the trailer to me was weird, but I could see what they're doing and I can appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I'm only gonna judge it after I watch it.
Yeah.
And then
All
I'll see where they
fairness.
go from there. And then I'll definitely have a better take on what they are trying to do in the future after these movies.
Wonder Woman 84.
And then Wonder Woman, that's gonna be really good.
I in terms of that stuff and in terms of predicting that, I just like I'm not even gonna talk about Marvel because they're gonna do what they do.
Yeah.
They're gonna do what they do.
Exactly.
But DC, like, I'm such a huge fan of like iconic characters like Batman and his rogues gallery and everybody that is just everybody that just follows Batman in a sentence after you say that. Like, it's just like I just hope that they know what they're doing. I have great faith in them. I hope they get it done. But until then, it's just I'm still gonna be like, man, when like when I hear about a DC film coming out, like Aquaman. Don't get me wrong, Jason Momoa, shout out to you, Khal Drogo, de lo mío, but like I don't know how I feel about it. James Wan, shout out to him as well again, but
again.
I don't know how to feel about it. I don't know how to feel about it because
we'll find out in December.
Yeah, we'll find out in December and yeah.
Well, two other movies, Birds of Prey. You know.
Is that still a thing?
Yeah.
All right.
You never know anymore.
Oh no, but they just confirmed.
Until I see behind the scene pictures.
Exactly, like everything is just announced. Like I'm tired of people just announcing stuff. I feel like
Joker origin film. That's been confirmed.
Been confirmed.
They start shooting in September.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin.
Yo, that is a hell of a cast. Like, no, that is a hell of a collaboration.
So let's go with that. First of
all, that's what I'm saying.
What is going on?
All right, so that Joker film is gonna be completely separated from whatever DC's been doing so far.
World of DC.
You got Martin Scorsese, the legend, in the Mount Rushmore for me at least. Shout out to him. You got Todd Phillips, director of The Hangover, which is interesting. A pick for that.
Robert De Niro might get cast in this movie too.
And you got the rumor that Robert De Niro might get cast, and you have Joaquin Phoenix, who is a phenomenal actor.
It's a Joker origin film, so it's gonna be no hero.
That might be following the Red Hood storyline from The Killing Joke.
Yeah,
it could be following that. It'll take place in the 80s and stuff, so it'll be a period piece, but also it'll be gritty. I already know that they're gonna bring that with it.
So that's not gonna be connected to
as far as we know.
I guess that's why DC.
They're gonna probably make that movie so good, and somehow it's not gonna be connected to the universe that we want it to be connected to. I don't care if you just get rid of Jared Leto. Just act like he was your.
Come on, give my boy Jared. Give my boy Jared.
He didn't get enough screen time.
Yeah. No, he didn't get enough screen time. I'm just saying, if you're gonna do it again and you're gonna recast him, because let's say Jared Leto doesn't want to do it anymore, I feel like he doesn't. Who cares? Just recast him. I'd be happy with that. Instead of starting over again and making us go through this whole thing again and suffer another reboot.
I think that's why they're calling it the worlds of DC.
Yeah,
that's what I was saying.
Because it's showing us different facets. Like it's like a Rubik's cube of everything, and it just gets mixed up.
That's kind of what they do with the animated shows. Sometimes they're not connected.
Right. Yeah. And DC animated is the best, literally one of the best.
No,
things
maybe that's
ever.
what they should do.
Just animate everything?
Just animate
everything?
That shit would be
you see Justice League? Yeah, we're just going to animate the whole movie. Animate it. It's going to be much better.
The movie would probably be better if it was a cartoon.
Alright, guys, so we're going to close out the show with a topic that is probably been asked, maybe. I don't know if any of our followers have asked this before.
When we first made the page.
Yeah, when we first made the page, but as you notice...
I know that.
Yeah.
I know this story.
So I think that villains are important personally, but I think that villains drive the plot for a lot of our favorite comic book characters, and we chose names of villains in popular comics to represent us for the page. So let's start off with Magneto as to why you chose him.
Magneto. So first of all, we all chose villains, as you were saying. They make the hero, right? There is no hero without a villain.
100%.
Batman is who he is because of his villains. You know?
His rogue gallery.
Now, why I chose Magneto. Magneto is relatable. I love him. He's my favorite part in all of the X-Men movies. And the X-Men movies are like it's like a guilty pleasure for me. It might not be that good, but I love...
No, I feel that. We got our guilty pleasures. We got our guilty pleasures.
And all of them, too. Not just the first ones. Like, even Apocalypse, guilty pleasure. I just like the fact that they all have their own one unique power.
Yeah.
Now, Magneto, he's so relatable... Because he's trying to save mutants, and he's trying to, I don't know how to explain, but like I could see where he's coming from what he does. And I'm talking about the movie. I'm not talking about comics. And I'm gonna be straight up. I never read a single X-Men comic. I like Magneto.
Honest man.
I like Magneto because of the movie. Because of the movie. That's it. And I just think he's badass, and he's just 100% relatable, and I could see where he's coming from, and his power is always was amazing to me as a kid. I used to fuck around as a kid and act like I could move metal. Like that shit is cool. Like really does. Yeah. And when they got even deeper with the physics behind it and the science, where he can actually move metal within the Earth's core in Apocalypse, that shit was it's 100% crazy guilty pleasure for me. I don't know why, but I just love Magneto.
All right. So. Moving on to Clown Prince.
And Fassbender, by the way.
Oh, shout out to Fassbender.
I love him as an actor. He's good.
No, I think for me, the Joker's my favorite villain for the opposite reason Magneto is his. It's because he said he can relate to Magneto. I feel like not that many people can relate to the Joker.
If you can relate to the Joker,
you need to go see somebody ASAP.
check yourself in Arkham.
But well, all right, maybe that's like 90% true because when you get his origin story, you know, like in The Killing Joke, it's like he's a failure as a comedian. You know, he has a wife. You know, so it's like you can relate to him in that instinct. But any other comic you read or anywhere else you watch him, we've never got shown his origin story. So it's like he is literally the definition of a villain. He's just a lunatic who wants to create chaos. He's someone who just wants, like they said in The Dark Knight, he just wants to watch the world burn. And like to him, that's his playground. He likes to have fun with it. That's what I like about him. I like the fun, and I've always been the biggest Batman fan. I've watched the animated series, and I'm not going to lie. Every time the Joker, Mark Hamill voicing him, and the laugh, you're just like... That like as a kid you're a little scared. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
You're like,
low key, it did kind of creep me out.
You know that scene? I think it was it Jason? It was one of the Jokers. He turned into like a mini Joker. It was in Batman Batman Beyond.
Okay.
I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's what it was.
Batman Beyond.
And one of the Robins, I forgot which one it was, but he couldn't stop laughing.
Oh,
and then he started crying. That was so dark. That was so dark. And I'm like, this is when you know the Joker don't give a shit about anyone or anything. He don't give a shit about Harley. You know how people go, oh, relationship goals.
I feel like he's not even
don't give a shit.
Either.
Whoever says relationship goals with Harley Quinn and Joker,
get help.
You need to get help.
He don't care about anyone. And like you said, he isn't selfish. Because he don't even care about himself. He doesn't care about anything or anyone.
I said that?
No, you just said he's not selfish. Didn't you just say that? Or am I bugging?
I don't know.
No. Well, we're gonna pretend like you said it. I'm gonna pretend like I heard it, and that's what you said, and that's what I'm repeating. So that's why, like, to me, like, you know, and like in The Killing Joke as well, like Batman goes, like, we've been doing this for years. So it's like without Joker, like Batman wouldn't be who he is. Like the only reason Batman doesn't kill is because of the Joker, once you think about it. Because, like...
You're one bad day away.
Exactly.
One bad day away.
Like, he doesn't want to become him, or else the Joker wins. That's something Batman never wants, is for him to kill. Like,
so you don't
in
think
the Dark
his parents
Knight...
dying don't play a role?
No, definitely.
They play a role.
But
it's just, like, what he's trying to say is that, like, in terms of in terms of his psyche, like, his morality, like, it's like...
He doesn't want him to win. Yeah,
exactly.
I got you.
So it's like in the Dark Knight Returns, in that one, he kills the Joker.
Yo, because he's tired of his shit.
Exactly. And Joker's like, I won.
Yeah.
He laughs at him.
He
like,
laughs as he's dying,
I broke
bro.
you. So
he
it's
laughs
like...
as he's dying, man.
You know what?
But it's not confirmed that he died.
Frank Miller, thank you for that.
Who got you that? Who got you that?
Yo, Magneto may or may not have gotten me there.
This is Christmas, right?
Yeah.
All right, so, yeah, I chose Ozymandias, like, joining you guys because... He's one of the, like, he's really interesting. Adrian Veidt from The Watchmen, if you don't know him, he's the guy in the end of the comic, spoiler alert, that kind of frames Dr. Manhattan for the destruction of Earth and billions of people dying. And what's interesting about him is that he's a kind of guy that goes like, oh, for the greater good kind of stuff. Like, that's his kind of deal. Like, I will do whatever it takes to make the world a better place. Right. I guess he has like kind of
a Thanos mindset.
Like a Thanos mindset in a sense.
That.
Like
Thanos.
He like what he did in the film what he did in the film and in the comic was really riveting to me. It was like, damn, like this guy is a genius. He was able to convince the world to work together to be able to just straight up say, yo, let's all work together, even though billions of people died. So, like, and it also took place during the time there's, like, the Cold War, which is really relatable right now with everything that's going on in politics and stuff. I didn't mean to get political or anything, but, like, it's there's a lot of layers to him, and I appreciate him as an intellect. I appreciate him as a villain in the Watchmen world because he was able to really have, like, people like Rorschach, people like Night Owl, people like Silk Spectre, like, on their toes about their character, about themselves as people.
Yeah.
Especially with the comedian, him killing him, who's also a great character in that. So, yeah, I just love his smarts, really. That's the point of it.
I feel like he's a more educated, I don't want to use more sophisticated. Thanos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure,
Like like if you look back and watch Watchmen, like his intentions were the same as Thanos, and the Watchmen let it happen. Because he was able to convince them of it.
Exactly.
So it's like you can't get like you can't get be a better villain than that. Like he literally convinced heroes not like to let his ways happen.
Yeah.
When I watched Watchmen, I'm like, what the fuck kind of ending is this?
Yeah, it's
really
weird
bleak.
I was like,
it was
what?
so bleak.
Yeah.
It's like,
But
yo,
it's an amazing movie.
Exactly. Shout out to Zack Snyder for that, man, because, wow.
See what I'm talking about, Zack?
When you're talking about, like, and the thing is that, like, again, I'm not going to talk like, oh, man, I grew up on Watchmen comics. Like, I was in high school when I first read it. I read it in 2008, and then the film came out 2009. I saw the film twice, and both times I was just like,
why?
Bro, like,
why did it end like this?
Straight from the page. Like, same deal with 300. Like, it was just a great adaptation, and I hope that the HBO show gives an Ozymandias that is kick-ass as well. So,
yeah, definitely.
So,
but yeah. You guys went deep.
Yeah. He's just like, yo,
shit.
Magneto's cool, and his powers are great.
Yo, that sums it up.
Yeah.
Nah, but like, I know. I said, as a kid, X-Men was the first movie I watched with anything like that.
It's so nostalgic.
It's so nostalgic, and I just.
But Magneto, I think Fassbender's Magneto, especially from First Class, like I felt for him because I'm like, bro, like.
Yo, when he was a kid and he was making him suffer and like.
Come on, man.
Bro, if I was a villain that went through that shit, I'd be doing the same thing.
Everybody be catching the hands.
And that's another thing, and Gio said the same thing, and he agrees with me. If I had powers, I would not be a hero. I also won't be a villain, but I'd be somewhere in between Magneto.
You'd be like the Punisher. I mean, that's a bit extreme.
Because, if you piss me off, and, like, I'm not going to hold back.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be like, I don't know, whatever.
Magneto's fighting for his people. He's fighting for the mutants.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, that's why, like, he's so, like, you can relate to him.
You know how much people, like, shit on the mutants in that universe?
Yeah,
he's always just trying to
it's an allegory. Them? It's an allegory for the civil rights movement. That's what came up. So that's why it's relatable, especially with people of color.
He reminds me of, like, Malcolm X. He's a Malcolm X
Yeah,
type.
of course. But
Professor X is more like the Dr. King.
That was what the allegory was. It was Professor X was Dr. Martin Luther King. And Magneto was Malcolm X. One wanted a peaceful way.
Magneto's like, people gotta die, they gotta die.
And one of my favorite scenes with him was when his daughter died.
Oh man, it was a super unnecessary scene in that whole film because it didn't flow at all.
Agreed. But in my head, I'm like, I know why he does what he does.
Exactly.
He went through that twice. He went through a whole bunch of shit the first time as a kid, and then he's trying to go back and be nice again and give.
I feel like that's why
they added that. He's just trying to live.
That's why they added that.
Yeah.
But that's what happens to a lot of people in general. Like some people, I had a crazy life before. I'm trying to make it out, and then somehow it just drags you back in.
It's just one bad day, man.
Yeah, it's just one. We're all one bad day away. One bad day away, my guys. So guys, that pretty much wraps everything up for the first episode.
First month. We're doing this every month. Just a month filled with all of this content.
Yep.
I mean, I hope the month of August brings us nothing. Like it's just one piece of news all month. Yeah.
And we just talk shit for the next whole podcast.
No, we could talk about anything. Comment what you want us to talk about.
Exactly.
Anime, Transformers, Godzilla.
Yeah, for sure. We want to expand.
Everything. Any
movies.
Dialogue.
We could talk about movies. Not to be comics.
Any shows that are popular, like Game of Thrones, Stranger Things, anything. Let us know.
Yeah.
Yo, thank you so much.
Yo.
The mics, the cams. Yo, Joe. PHT, thank you. It's actually Joseph.
Yo, come in the shop, bro. This is my best friend, guys. Here, we're starting a production company.
Cameraman, Mike.
Be on the lookout for us.
Follow Comic Godz.
Follow Jose PHT.
So, guys, if you tuned in to listen to some possible hot takes that made us look villainous, you right. And thank you for chilling with us. It's the Comic Godz podcast.
Yo.
From New York.
Chilling with the
We
villains.
out. Peace.